Today, this is entitled, God Speaks. God gives clear direction, and God is a God of solutions. I think I'm so surprised sometimes when I read the Old Testament and the specificity of God. And we don't know that about him. And I just wanted to share something that I recently read about King David, or before he was king, from 1 Samuel 22 and 23. But God is a God of solutions. Okay, so listen to this. So this is, of course, David is in Saul. He's running from Saul, King Saul. He's fighting the Philistines. So I pick up in 1 Samuel 23. When David was told, look, the Philistines are fighting against Keilah and are looting the threshing floors, he inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go and attack these Philistines? Now here, David is asking God very specifically. Now think about I think it's Matthew 7, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be opened to you. David is asking a very specific question. God, shall I go and attack these Philistines? The Lord answered him, go attack the Philistines and save Keilah. That is very specific. So now, naturally, go attack the Philistines. Well, then what happens? David's men are scared, right? But David's men said to him, here in Judah, we are afraid. How much more then if we go to Keilah against the Philistine forces? Because they're big, they had more men. I mean, that was the Philistines' very, very powerful force. Once again, David inquired of the Lord, and the Lord answered him, go down to Keilah, for I am going to give the Philistines into your hand. So now not only has the Lord given direction, he has told David the actual outcome of the battle. It's cool stuff. So David and his men went to Keilah, fought the Philistines, and carried off their livestock. He inflicted heavy losses on the Philistines and saved the people of Keilah. It's a good, happy ending. They defeated the enemy and saved the people. God was specific. And not only was he specific, he gave the outcome. The outcome happened. It's good stuff, right? Now, what's interesting, so that's 1 Samuel 23. That is through 6, 1 through 6. Now, what's interesting is that King Saul, who was seeking to find and kill David, because David had become King Saul's rival and nemesis. And King Saul also knew that David had the favor of God. So now David hears that Saul is coming after him. So guess what he does? He inquires after the Lord again. David said, O Lord, God of Israel, your servant has heard definitely that Saul plans to come to Keilah and destroy the town on account of me. Will the citizens of Keilah surrender me to him? Will Saul come down as your servant has heard? O Lord, God of Israel, tell your servant David. So he's asked several questions. Again, he's asked for specific answers. And these are good questions because this is David's life, right? And the Lord said, he will, meaning Saul's coming. The Lord was very clear, unemotional, just clear. And again, David asked clarity. Right? Don't we ask over and over again, sometimes for clarity? Will the citizens of Keilah surrender me and my men to Saul? And the Lord said, they will. So David and his men, about 600 in number, left Keilah and kept moving from place to place. When Saul was told that David had escaped from Keilah, he did not go there. Now that is very powerful. Had David not asked of the Lord what might happen, and the Lord been very specific and clear, David might have stayed. David would have been killed. The people, possibly also. But by simply inquiring of the Lord, hearing him, God gave him the solution. He did not stay. He moved from place to place. Saved himself, saved the people of Keilah. End of story. It's good stuff. There's so much of that type proof, but I wanted to really encourage you. Ask, seek, you will find, you will hear. God is a God of solutions. The solution may be the next step, or it may be to wait on something, but trust him fully, as it says in Psalms 42. I love you, and God bless you.